Welcome to the Rich Bitch Show. I'm your host, Candice Lee, a soulful multi-six-figure business mentor helping you create next-level wealth and alignment in your life and business. I believe that having a high-quality business that delivers high-quality results will feed a life and future of wealth, health, happiness, and abundance from wherever you want in the world. I'm here every week to help you vibe higher, reclaim your power, and create the reality and wealth that you truly desire. So let's get started.
Okay. Today's question comes from Riley. She says, "Hi, Candice. I've been hitting 8K to 12K months, but I feel stuck in launch mode. It's exhausting constantly creating new offers just to keep the income flowing, and I'm terrified of what will happen if a launch flops. I love everything you teach about high ticket offers. Thanks, Riley. But I'm scared it'll push people away. How do I move from this constant hustle and create a more sustainable, scalable business that brings in consistent sales without launching all the time?" Wow, what a great question.
Great question, Riley. And all of this is so valid. I want to prep like the amount of clients that come into our spaces in a very similar situation that are, really entangled with the complications and the fear ultimately around launching. And when we're holding so many what ifs, it's also really hard to hold our power to see the launch through and to do so in a way that's actually going to naturally attract more sales. So I'm going to invite you into less is more. And the concept of what if you just stopped opening, closing, right? What beliefs do you have around, well, I have to open and because there's going to be some. What beliefs do you have around open and close launches being the only way to create money? Do you believe that sales have to come from scarcity? Do you believe that they'll only buy if they know that it's closing, or they know that, they won't be able to access it again? Like, what beliefs do you have around your audience paying you? What rules, quote unquote, have you created around sales in your world that you can rewrite? Start there, because it's going to help you see the creation of your business model and the way that you can now evolve moving forward with a lot more simplicity. So once you've kind of recognized what's going on internally around this, that's keeping you in the pattern, now it's about, okay, let's create offers that are a little higher ticket, or at least, or maybe more, depending where you're at and what you're ready for, that are going to be more revolving door. And this doesn't mean that you can't create hype when capacity is open. I'm going to get into this actually. I'm going to really break this down what I did.
Definitely.
Because you can still, for those of you that like that little bit of excitement, like you guys, if you watch my stories, if you're not, I'd start. But I still create hype. Like I still let people know when capacity is closing. Like, hello, I obviously can't serve 100 people in my masterminds. So like we have a capacity, and I honor that capacity for the sake of the quality of experience. These are still what I would preference as pretty intimate spaces. But as soon as I know that capacity is opening in 2 weeks, because we track our client capacity, I know that these 2 clients are going to be ending soon. So I'm going to have obviously a re-sign conversation with them, and I'm going to promote that our capacity is opening. To stay tuned. Like I'm going to kind of do a little bit of hype around it. I'm going to make sure they're really clear on who it's for, what they're ready for, what they can expect. I'm going to meet their buyer needs, but I don't have any scarcity attached to it, because I know I still have, 20K recurring income coming in that I can completely detach and know that the dream clients are going to be reaching out. Right? There's no like, what else can I do? What do I have to do? I have to make sure this works so I can eat next month. Like, it's not that energy. It's like, hey, this is what we do. This is how we do it. This is who it's for. Would you like to create this reality? Would you like to do this for yourself? Would you like to experience this transformation for yourself? And they're like, wow, yeah, I would really like that. You have a conversation and away you go. So it really changes things. Now, I assume you're getting to the structure part. Is that what you're?
Well, I was just going to say, talk to Riley about how not having to start over every month has
Yes.
changed your clients' lives, like beyond,
Oh my
like even
gosh.
if they're making the same amount of money, let's just say they're making the same amount of money, even though it often ends up looking like 2 to 4 times as much within the span of a couple months. Let's just say they didn't make an extra penny. Talk
Yeah.
about how getting that much time back and not having to like think about, oh my God, everybody I'm working with this month is gonna leave the business and I gotta
Yeah.
find new people to work with
You.
again next month and the month after that and the month after that. talk to her about like how much
Yeah.
changes in that space.
And you know what? I feel like this should be, hopefully, this really helps Riley because this will really connect you to a deeper why of why you want more, specifically more time back, more income, obviously, and the safety and security of sustainable scaling. Okay. Big one there. So, oh my gosh, like the DMs or not DMs, sorry, the Voxers that I'll get from clients when they've had their, they're usually like 3 to 6 weeks in. Okay. And it's like, I just noticed I haven't spiraled all week. I am so calm. And that's foreign. It's so sad because that's foreign to feel that. That's new. To feel calm in business, to feel certain, to feel confident, to just actually feel safe, to go and treat yourself to the girly lunch, to go to the spa for the after. Like you feel secure and safe. You know that your company is one, a thriving company now, and that you've set it up to support you and the results that you want. So yeah, that might happen where you end up making maybe the same amount of money for a short season because you've had to reconfigure the way things are being delivered. But the way you're making money is now you're making 8K, 10K, 12K a month, but you don't have to recreate it every month. That's just revolving coming in.
Mhm.
That's not even new sales. And so that's what happens when you restructure the way you deliver your offers in order to support you and your client results. You're going to notice that, oh, wow, I'm not just like receiving say a chunk of $2,000. I'm receiving that consistently. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh, I have like 5 of those coming in this month and next month and the month after that and the month after that. And now you just, well, I'm sure you can feel it in your body when you're listening. You drop into a different state of being. And it's like, okay, cool. Like now I'm like really behind this. I really have a lot of energy to be creative around sharing this, to show up in a different way, to own this when I'm out doing the things that I now have time to do. And there's a new playfulness, aliveness is what I would call this. And it's that essence of people actually feeling that you're fully alive and the integrity that also comes into play with it. So I talk about the spa and the beach a lot in my own experience, but it's because when I'm there, like I'm so creative. I have so many things I want to share for you because I'm not just like painting a picture of like what you can manifest. Like, guys, I'm living, I tell you exactly what I live. I tell you exactly what I've done. I teach you exactly what I know works. It's real. It's real life. It's as real as it gets. And when you are the walking representation, your creativity will skyrocket. Skyrocket. So if it wasn't for the like shh signs all over the spa, I'd probably be recording podcasts there and going live too. Like I just have so much I want to share with you because it's like, do you even see what's on the other side of this work?
Mhm.
Right? Of investing in what you don't yet know, investing into the future of your business alone, let alone investing into the foundation, investing into yourself, investing into a greater ROIs. Like I have so much to say, obviously, it really fires me up. But when it comes to the structural side of it, now that you can recognize, like, wow, okay, I'm doing this so I can feel that. And I know that when I'm feeling that, I'll continue to one, be open to receive more money, actually. You won't be bottlenecking yourself and resisting it, blocking it. You're actually going to be someone that people want to pay more. Your clients are also going to be more than happy to reinvest. There's like this limiting belief. I was telling Kevin before we started, this limiting belief that I noticed with clients of like, well, when you go high ticket, you like that client's not going to reinvest. Like that's a bigger investment. Like, right. It's less like there's just, again, our mind wants to limit us. From my experience, I make multiple six figures from referrals and resigns. And I have clients that invest more than they've ever invested, or what at that point in their journey seems like, hi, Kevin, it seems like a big investment. And, 3 weeks before they're done the container, they're like, hey, can I have the details so that I know what we can do moving forward? Like they value. They value quality experience. They value intimacy. They value what I bring to them. They value the way that we create momentum, simplify things, truly scale them. And naturally, business follows. So it's just this really beautiful exchange where you have to make sure you're catching these limitations and addressing them as they come up, which is obviously where mentorship is really supportive because we all have them. Doesn't mean you're not cut out for it, just means you have to address it and rewrite it. I've had them. Kevin's had them. We've all had them. So with that, it's like now I know why I want to have this restructure and what it's going to mean for me. And how you deliver that is going to be different. But if like Riley, you said you're always doing open and close launches. So what are you open and closing that is becoming like a signature? And is there a different way that you could be delivering it so that it maybe stays open for a set amount of clients and you simply announce when capacity is open, or you consistently are marketing it and maybe one other space, maybe it's like a signature space and your private space, and you're circulating between the two offers and just creating a wait list,
Mhm.
right? Or an extended payment plan and they start later. There are so many strategies to this. That's why I'll always tell you there's no one strategy, but
Yeah.
the way that you
Whatever
create your
works
high
best for
ticket model.
your business, your
Yeah.
clients, and the way that you want to do things.
And like you will set up your business for you. It's every single one of my clients' businesses are different. Their offers are different. They're structured differently. It's beautiful because it works, right? It's not like, oh, only the
Because
one
we're all
way
different.
works. They're all different. The work they do is so vastly different. It's all different and they're all thriving. So that's what I would do is really change how, like, ask yourself, how do I want to operate my company? How do I want to lead these spaces? How do I want my offers to go? If I could have it any way, how would I have it? And then start to address what's coming up and make the changes necessary. And I would look at that. What are you already opening closing that you know is popular, that's obviously bringing you in a beautiful income so far,
It's already
that you could be
working. Yeah.
delivering differently? Don't look at this of like, oh my gosh, what else can I create? What more new thing do I have to do? What do you have that you can utilize, but maybe deliver it in a different way in support of a better transformation, a better experience, and start to own the outcomes of that experience? I think that's a really big one.
And looking at too, like the people who go through that program the first time that you're already offering, what do they
Mhm.
want at that point? Because if you can offer them that as well and put that together with the package, now you can take something that you were selling for $200 and sell it for
Yes,
$2,000.
exactly. And add some access to you. You could add like higher touch group settings, right? In our mastermind, we've got cohorts and like there's anywhere from 3 to 5 of them on a live call, and we're in it. Like I'm in it with you. We're giving feedback on copy. We're creating copy. We're talking about offers. We're restructuring things. We're talking about our mindset, our money, our beliefs, where we've been at physically, mentally, emotionally. Like clients value this.
Mhm.
And it doesn't matter what you're teaching, the mindset side of things is so important for lasting change. And if you want to be known as a quality mentor who people are referring to, you want to ensure that you are supporting them in that. And so oftentimes what I'll remind clients of is like, don't forget the mindset component and the fact that we often are battling our own inner thoughts as we go through any type of transformation, right? It doesn't matter what line of work you're doing, and having support alongside that will always speed up the process, no matter what type of support that is, whether it's, maybe it's a group channel, maybe it's a call once a month or every 2 weeks or weekly, like whatever the client needs for that transformation. But there are a lot of ways that you can deliver what you're currently doing in a higher quality, higher ticket approach that's going to support you and them.
Absolutely. And I think I'd like to echo this because I don't even think we said it on this one. We've been knocking so many of these things out, but you were talking about how you can sell your time with somebody one-on-one, but you can also sell proximity in ways that don't cost you time. The example that you brought up
Yes.
last time was like when you are showing up in this place, when you have that space and freedom in your life and you're coming
Mhm.
forward so alive and so creative, the people that you're going to attract into your world are
Yep.
going to support each other. They're all going to be so much in
Yeah.
alignment with you and your values and your vision that if you create a mastermind or a group call setting or anything like that, a community on Slack or whatever, I use Slack. People start to get together and they do the coaching for you a lot of the time. And so it's like just being this leader and this beacon of light in the darkness can help people so much to a degree that you don't have to trade your time one to one to still be making a big impact and a lot of money off of it.
Absolutely. I love that. That's just even, we've got a Telegram. So we use Telegram for our membership. And lately, I think we shared this on one of the past episodes, but they are now mastering the formula so well that they are able to give other members feedback. And it's beautiful. It is a community-led chat in the channel that they're using for this specifically. And it's like I pop in and I am like a mama coach. Like I am so proud. I am so proud because I'm like, that's how simple it is. They're able to master it and now they're able to support other people, help them get results between calls. Like it's beautiful. And if I would have followed my limiting beliefs at the time, I would have never created that space.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm like, no notes. Riley, you got any? I'm like, did we cover everything? Cinnamons. I mean, I feel like that is the answer, right? Like
Yeah,
switch from
it is.
constantly launching to getting
Mhm.
all of your energy behind the most potent part of the of what transforms in your clients with each one of these launches. Become known for that and sell it. Sell it, show up in it,
Again and again and
represent
again.
it, own the outcome, embody the energy, represent the reality, and let them come.
Mhm.
She said she's terrified of what will happen if a launch flops. And it's like again, like if the door is
Yeah,
always open, the launch is not
that's
flopping. She said I love
there's
everything
no launch. Like
high ticket
you're building.
offers.
She what?
She said I love everything you teach about high ticket offers. Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so when you are creating for scalability, you're creating for security. And
Mm,
so when you are creating high ticket reoccurring income, there's no what if it flops
mhm,
because you're already making more with less sales. And you don't have the pressure of needing, 30 people in a group program or in a live group or in whatever you're launching, although that's beautiful. But what if you got to do that from a place of ease and laid backness and like actual magnetism because you already have this high ticket recurring coming in?
mhm.
So it's just about like making sure that foundation is set, most importantly. And I think we got that across for you, Riley. And let us know, obviously, if you have questions, if this is something that you're listening to and you're like, okay, I'm getting it. I want this, but like I'm still caught up in the how and the actual like restructuring of it and making sure it's a match, it's a yes. Book a one-on-one simplifying scale session. Honestly, we go so deep. You walk away with the replay for life, your business formula sheet for life. We put everything that you need in a business sheet for you, and you know exactly what to focus on, where to go, what to do next. It's quite seamless and so supportive. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Highly recommend it. Can attest. Been through it myself. Works every time. Let's before we get out of here, let's just cover because I
Yeah.
just want to make sure that it's completely comprehensive and that we touch on everything here. For Riley
Yeah.
is so again, she said, I love everything you teach about high ticket offers, don't they all? She said, but I'm scared it'll push people away. So I think that might be the one last thing that we didn't quite touch on
Mm,
is like, it sounds like maybe she's afraid of ostracizing her current clients, like maybe they won't
yep.
continue on or
Yep.
that people won't buy it at the higher price tag. So can you give us a
Yeah.
riff on
Both are very valid. We touch on this a lot in our curriculum vault because it's huge. Like when you're shifting it, this is what I mean, you're gonna come up against all of your own limitations and you have to basically rewrite how you want others to perceive you. How do you want to be seen? What do you know is true? And if you're confident, that confidence is going to be matched. They're going to mirror that back. They're going to feel more secure in it. If you're like hesitant on sharing, scared to share the price, scared to share why it's this price, all of the moving pieces, they're going to have a client right now who we have completely restructured the way she was delivering her private practice. And she was same situation, burning herself out on one-on-one calls, wanted a more higher ticket approach, but she was like, what about my current client base? Like we completely shifted the way she's delivering it. So therefore the price is obviously dramatically higher. And she's like, what about if they're not like, what if they don't want to continue? What will that look like? How will that go? And so it's about creating that safety for them and for yourself of just knowing your people will respect this. Your next level clients will want this and be waiting for this. And I'm always telling clients there are people in your audience right now who are waiting for that level of you, waiting for that level of intimacy and closeness or proximity or just like something that screams a little bit more higher quality.
Mhm.
I'm one of those people, right? So I don't want to waste my time in a group space filled with 50 people that has a ton of noise. I want to be in the space where I know that I can be really intimate, I can be open, I can share my question, get my response, get out of there. I don't want 50 notifications a day from a group. I don't want to be caught in everyone else's victim. Like I want a higher quality space with higher quality people where they recognize the value of these transformations and of this level of mentorship. And there are people in your audience right now who want that from you. There are people in your audience right now who are like waiting for that. They might not even know they're waiting for that, but they are waiting for it. And your clients are also going to respect hell out of you for actually standing in your power. If you've reached this point where Riley's at, and Riley, you probably heard this too, there are probably people in your audience or people, sorry, in your world that have already said, like, you need to increase your prices. Like,
Mhm.
this has been amazing. Like, and they'll tell you, I had clients tell me. So I had a client pay, it was like, what was it at the time? 7K paid in full. And come the end of it, she's like, please tell me you're raising your prices. I was like, I
This is
love
nuts.
this.
That's what's up.
So they're there. They exist. You just have to learn how to one, speak to them in your messaging, represent for them, lead and go first, and hold the confidence in what you're doing, what sets it apart, who this is for, what type of people do you want to be attracting into your world. So they're out there. I reassure you, they're out there. I watch them come into all of my clients' spaces on a regular basis, all across different industries. It's more about reshaping your mind around the concept or the fear of losing out. You're not losing out at this point. If you're being called to more, there is more out there for you, and you have to lean into the trust of that and build the momentum around that and see who comes, see who follows, see who joins, and see who, presents themselves in your space.
That's amazing. Let us know how much money you made after watching this, Riley.
Or anybody else. This is like a business course in a podcast, so enjoy.
Okay, future millionaires, thanks for hanging out with me in today's episode. I cannot wait to hear your takeaways from it. If you haven't yet, take a quick screenshot and share this to your stories. Tag me so I can shout you out for elevating and showing up for yourself. I want you to remember you were born deserving of a wealthy life, and now it's time to create it.